already on the way back, and there is a storm coming up in the United States, and we are heading towards home, and you can see the stormy weather already coming there. Looks almost like artificial, the mountains there in the back and that very greenish water there. Yeah, so we are on the way back and have to do the same thing like before, stop in Quartzsite where we have breakfast this time. And then give you some impression later.
Hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life.
So we are approaching Parker Dam. And Parker Dam is a little tiny city there, which we should see soon. So we charged full from here, from the campground, almost full. And now we have enough energy to make it back to the supercharger. It is. A little story on the way towards Lake Havasu. We wanted to come early because we were waiting for the boost pumps because they were starting at 5 o'clock to play on Fridays. And then in Quartzsite, we decided when we are full at 80%, we keep going. But even when we are careful driving with 55 miles per hour, it didn't turn out that well because we arrived at the campground with zero miles. So isn't that bad? So we made it, but then we are supposed to get a 50 amp connection, 240 volt 50 amp, this is a 10 kilowatt to charge. But also that was not the case. He said, oh, we have 30-20 combination. But the 30-20 combination is only 120 volt at max 30 amp. So when you have to try, can take off that 80% or 90%. So with what was it, 115 volt or 112 volt, and then 90%. I'll show you some pictures of it. And 90%, that will be, let's say, 3 kilowatt or so, in the best case. So then we were charging at the campground with 3 kilowatt from zero, and then the car went really, the battery system went haywire, because it showed me that I could charge up to 400 miles. Hey, I wish to, but I couldn't. I just put your picture in there. So, and before that leveled out and took a while. So I charged with 3 kilowatt for 2 days straight. And 2 days straight, 27 amp on a 30 amp breaker with 112 volt, 113 volt or so. That was melting one of the contactors at the connectors there, and a little bit the plastic there, and also it was turning the color of that contactor. Yeah. So that was the story about driving up to zero. But up to zero with the trailer is really less, because it's basically, if you have 1 mile, you only have a third mile to go. If you have zero, it's zero. Usually you say there could be a couple of more miles left there before it shuts down, but we avoided that. So, yeah, that was driving down to zero. Why is my trailer in the middle of the desert? So now comes the story. We were driving back from Lake Havasu to Quartzsite, and there was wind, but we didn't see the wind. Now we are here in Quartzsite back, and there's wind. So the range got depleted more and more, and we reduced the speed even more than that. More we depleted, we reduced the speed until 40 miles per hour. Then we kept the distance to the charger, to the supercharger, to the distance to where we are. And we were already going 2-0. We consumed 1300 watt per mile. This is almost twice as much as we expected. This is quadruple as much as you would have in a regular car when you're driving. So what we had to do, we had to abandon our trailer in the desert about 18 miles before Quartzsite. Then we kept going. We took the trailer off, then we kept going to Quartzsite, drove there, got some breakfast before because we ordered that. We got the breakfast in Quartzsite. We charged at the same time on the supercharger up to 50%, and now we are heading back to the trailer to pick it up again in order to bring it back with the trailer to Quartzsite again and charge it there to full. This wind was really the first time it unexpectedly. Both of us didn't expect that it was so terrible with the wind that we are consuming so much. We were thinking there's something wrong with the car. When you find out, I placed a ticket in why the consumption was so high, and we hope something will change soon. And the consumption should be about 700 watt per mile, driving at 55. Originally driving faster, we got charged full. We should have 20% left arriving there on the same distance, but we didn't. Now we're going back, pick up the trailer, and try the same thing to Quartzsite again. In the meantime, I had to ask a lady there. She parked on the trailer parking spot with her car and left, and I asked her if she can park the car somewhere else because we will pick up our trailer and get it there for charging. That was the story. Ja. Hier ist eine Einfahrt auch. Hier ist ja auch eine Einfahrt. Guck mal. We got the trailer and we are on the way back, but you hear the wind. It's even getting heavier now. Wow. 263 miles. Look at that, how dusty that is. We have wind from southwest, 25 miles per hour. And that was our big handicap. Now we are charged with 263 miles. Put in the car very low. Range mode for the air conditioning. And now it's hope we have wind coming from the back. It's coming a little bit from the side, you see, but also most from the back. Maybe we don't have to charge in quartzite anymore. We will find out. Oh, we had to change our plans. Wind is coming 25 miles per hour from southwest. And I tell you this story exactly from here. So we had to exit the highway. We were going west this way. But there's another supercharger here in Wickenburg. So we had to exit the highway, and it's now looking much better. You can see we were dropping 1% after the next one. And that was just too critical. I didn't want to end up to leave the trailer again somewhere in the middle of nowhere. So instead of that, so we are going now northeast. So basically we should have some tailwind with this, and we are driving, or we can see it also from the flag here. So the flag is just pushing us there, also from here, as the wind is just behind. And then we can charge up in Wickenburg at the supercharger there. And from here, it's looking good now. So we are going through Wenden against Salome and Wenden, and then go there across to Wickenburg. And then we have to go again, charge full, and go south. And Wickenburg is only 45 miles to home from us. So then we're going south, southeast again. And we should make it at that time. So a little detour to do that. So guys, look at these flags. You see, that's how the wind is blowing. Or those big flags here. Oh, that's not good. Playing karaoke. We're about 15 miles away at 55. Black screen, both screens all black. Just shut down. So it's still running, and now we are doing a guessing game to what's the next charger and where it is. Oh, it's coming back. We made it to Wickenburg and I went to the supercharger there. Sure, I was quick decoupling the trailer and continue going there. We went to have a little snack in the afternoon. It is now already 5:30, going close to sunset in an hour or so. And when you can see here is Wickenburg, and there's another 45 miles to go from here to our home. So that should be not that difficult, and especially even if we have wind and we have 225 miles, so we have 4 times as much, quadruple it. We should be able to make it home. Good. That was a little detour we had to do because of that bad wind. Maybe the wind settles a little bit in the afternoon now, and we will find out. I'll give you some pictures when we are coming closer to a windy area. Yeah, I'm thinking we are lucky again, because now it's getting sunset and the wind slowed down. There is not much wind. So we took the wind when we went up northeast to Wickenburg in the back, and then we charged for about an hour, and it seems to be that the wind is slowing down. I'm gonna check my device to find out if that's true, but I think when I look at the weather app, let me check that here. That was the last time here, the weather app. At my location right now. Yeah, there's no wind anymore. Partly cloudy with wind 16 miles per hour. So it's much lesser. So we are driving 65 with the trailer now, and we might have to reduce if it's not less. 20 miles left, and pretty soon we'll be home. And now enjoy the Arizona sunset in the desert. Okay, phantom braking check. On cruise control, on ramp, car to the right, passing us on the right, on the on ramp, in the back, car. Oh, no phantom braking. Maybe they fixed it. And here's the sunset in Arizona. And I'll bring you another one.
In 500 feet, turn left onto West Indian School Road.
As you know, there are no obstacles in the road. There are only challenges. So that was a little challenge drive, but I owe you the statistics as well. Let's go. Statistics are distance driven daily today 239 miles, 216 kilowatt, 900 watt per miles. That you can see, that was way too much. It was usually way less. The latest distance was 970. In total is 860. It was still too much, but the average, that was the trick. That the last average with 900 miles is way too much, and that just because of the wind. Okay, but we made it home. There are no obstacles, only challenges. Talk to you the next time. Subscribe to the channel and thumbs up. Bye bye.